Some things never change.
Good.
Oh,
my
do you?
fat look.
Yay.
Sorry. Great start.
Oh, do. I'm ThatFKing Guy. This is ThatFKing Show, and that's right. We're back. Back in black. Back with a vengeance. Back from the dead. Back for good. Backstreet's back. Back to the Future. Back to the Future 2. Back to the Future, the video game for the Nintendo Entertainment System. Back to life. Back to reality. Back of the net. Back to basics and back. And to the left. Back. And to the left. Back. And to the left. So don't look back if that baby's got back, because we're going back in time, back in the day. We're backs against the wall because of that backdoor man. We're going to push back, come back, kick back and throw back. So lay back as we flash back, go back to back, call back, bounce back and welcome back, Mr. Boo Lemont.
My back hurts. How do podcast people?
How are you? How are you?
A bit achy, but I'm all right, mate. I'm lifelike. I'm alive, fairly cheerful. But yeah, it's good to be back.
Yeah, I've been missing podcasting a little bit. I've got currently writing a book and writing a very long video essay, and it's all like it's like doing the research stuff is really fun, but it's just like stroking yourself, and there's no release. There's nothing you can put online. You can say like, here's something amazing. It's not like comic books. You can't draw a picture and go, look at this amazing picture. It's like, here's a chapter I've written, which you
let me tell you about this incredible picture I've drawn. I'll describe it to you, but you can't see it yet until it's finished. Yeah, no, I get that.
Yeah, I should point out we're back in parentheses. My bunny ears. It's not going to be regular upload. It's just when I feel like it, or they've got time to do a podcast. And all the shows that I've done previously are going to be online again. So I took them all down and then realised, I could have just changed them over to this service and had them all online constantly. Now I've got to put them all back up online again with an omission or two, because there's a few that, twats on the show not coming back. So all yours won't be back online.
Good. Oh, good. I was like, which version of this twat was saying stuff?
No,
Who is on the show? Who is on the show then? I don't know.
So I don't listen anymore.
Yeah.
Anyway, so this is going to be a mash of a project as well. This is going to be ThatFKing Show, and a little bit of podcasting is fun because there's not going to be any editing, obviously, because I just fucked up that line. Except for extreme circumstances like the doorbell being rung and needing a piss.
Well, I've got my mic on me, so if you do just start hearing running water, like I'm Mr. No Breaks Needed.
Yeah, so you can take the camera to the toilet with you as well.
Yep.
This will be on YouTube. You can see you pissing.
Well, the head can.
Just do it in the bottle.
Yeah.
So why are we here? What reason do we have to bring the podcast back? Well, this is going out on the 27th of the 2nd, 2024. That's a Wednesday. And on the 27th of the 2nd, 2014, which is 10 years ago to this day, was our first podcast together.
10 years. Bloody hell.
Yeah. And the original idea for the show was going to be a re-listen of the original show we put out and a commentary on it as it goes on. You know, you can listen to us talk over us talking, which is the most navel-gazy show ever.
It's like got like Gogglebox, except much, much worse.
Yeah, but with all things these days, my brain goes, oh, well, we could add this to it, and we can add that to it. And eventually I come up with an idea which spans so much time that we might as well just do two shows. So this first show will be us riffing about stuff about 2014, and the second show will be that recap show. So you can spread them out. I know it's going to be a double bill. You're going to love. So what was going on in January, March, well, actually all of 2014, because I forgot to do that bit. I've just written it down.
I'm just looking now. I've got the good events of 2014, pop culture.
Well, luckily I've got a
Well,
quiz planned for you. Who was the president of the United States? Go on. It's an easy one.
in 2014,
Yep.
Barack Obama.
Okay, let's get that sound effect ready.
Uh, I, is Mario happy or sad?
He's very happy. You got that correct.
Hey,
Little harder now. Who was the British Prime Minister?
David Cameron.
Correct. We've had a
Oh
few since
shit!
then.
What? Wow.
Now, top 3 films in the box office. How many can you guess? Clue, none of them were technically the first in that series / universe, because we are in that era of doing universal stuff. Universe stuff.
2014. Has that shitty Star Wars trilogy come back for 10 years? I'm going to say Force Awakens. Is that 2014?
Oh no!
Oh,
No.
good.
No, that's not in there. 2 more guesses.
2014.
Yeah.
Not Frozen. Frozen was after that, wasn't it? Frozen?
Oh no!
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Oh, wow. 2014. You know, I barely watch films.
it's great that we were doing a film podcast back then.
Batman something 2014.
Why is
Not
it
Dark
always
Knight
Batman?
Rises. What's the third one? One after that. Not Dark Knight Rises. I don't know.
A
Batman's
Batman.
24. Batman's 2014 horse adventure. I have no idea.
Oh
Yeah, blatantly.
No, you had number 3, Guardians of the Galaxy. Number
Okay.
2, The Hobbit, Battle of the Five Armies. That was the third one in the series. And the Transformers: Age of Extinction was number 1.
All completely forgettable movies. Guardians. Actually, no, Guardians was all right.
Yeah, Guardians is good. It's technically not the first in the series or universe, but
Come
the only
for me,
original one now.
Tolkien people. I've still only ever seen the first Lord of the Rings movie, and I've never been compelled to watch anything else to do with hobbits or Tolkien or. It's just not my genre. It's just not my genre.
Yeah, it's not mine either, which is why I'm writing a fantasy book. Okay, not your genre here. Music. Maybe big on music.
Fucking hell! I love all modern music that
Yeah.
I haven't personally selected and heard myself. But are we talking
Modern
top
music.
3?
From a decade ago, just need well, the biggest selling song of the year was "Happy" by Pharrell Williams.
Mm-hmm.
What was the biggest selling music album of the year?
Was it some Taylor Swift bullshit? I couldn't name a Taylor Swift album, but I know that they exist.
1989, Taylor Swift.
No, you said 2014.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. That's a weird one because I do actually remember listening to that one. It's the only Taylor Swift album I've actually listened to. Didn't mind it. Didn't realise it was 2014 though.
I've not even got anything against Taylor Swift. I know that she's just the singer of the moment. She is the Madonna. She is the Lady Gaga. She is the. There's always got to be one, big white female singing star.
Cher.
That's why I picked Madonna and Gaga. Cher, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so major events of the year. Let's see, Hamas and Israel scuffle, Ukraine and Russia mini kerfuffle. Wonder how those events turned out.
Yeah, I was going to say that sounds more recent. Surely.
Also, an Ebola flare-up. Who would have thought a global pandemic was on the cards? And I think the biggest news of the year that was like weird culty type stuff is Malaysia Airlines Flight 370. Remember that
Fucking
one?
hell, no, that I do remember. The fucking flight went missing. Didn't the Russians shoot it down?
Possibly.
I don't actually know, and I'm not trying to start anything. They're already.
Yeah, it's one of those. There's so many conspiracy theories about it because they never actually found the plane. They found bits of it. That's pretty much it. They've never found survivors, and it's like the biggest search operation in the history of aviation. And yeah, loads of conspiracy theories. I reckon it's hypoxia though. It's like slow decompression of the cabin, and everyone just went unconscious very slowly and didn't realize it.
I'm passed out. I've seen a flight. Not horribly. I've seen like a flight disaster video. Yeah, and it's exactly that. You see the plane just flying, and it just tips and just explodes into because they just pass out. The 2 guys just passed out in the cockpit.
Happy.
So yeah, horrible.
Yeah.
Yes, happy. Best-selling song by Pharrell Williams.
Speaking of dead people, are you ready? Are you ready? Big moment.
Are you dead?
That's right. Are You a Dead is back in a quick fire round. So I'm going to give you 6 people. You just have to say if they're dead in 2014 or not.
Yep. I know.
Okay.
I know the rules of this game.
Yep. Okay, so 2014, was Rick Mail a dead?
Yes. He was a dead by 2014.
Yes, dead in 2014.
Oh, the people's poet. Rastas and punks gathered round.
Okay, next up. Was Bob Hoskins a dead in 2014?
Oh, no.
Oh no!
Mario himself.
I was going to say the irony of that being.
Yep. Bob Hoskins
good to
was a
Mario.
dead. Was a dead in 2014. So,
Damn it, I thought that was after.
yep. Philip Seymour Hoffman, was he a dead in 2014?
Yes. He was dead by 2014, yeah. Because
Yes.
because I remember specifically having a conversation with a relative about it who's no longer with us, and yeah, yes, I remember. Philip Seymour, world of talent, and didn't he have like a drug problem, a very well hidden one? That wasn't very well hidden in the end.
Okay, Robin Williams, was he a dead in 2014?
No, 2015, I think he died.
Oh no!
2014.
Was it 2014?
Died.
It was
Yep.
2014 he died. Oh, mate, that night. So just a quick tangent. I was working for a very well-known entertainment company at the time. I was working a night shift, and at 2 o'clock in the morning, the news came in that Robin Williams had died. And at 2:05, they had already printed off the point of sale for the Robin Williams special because he had died. That's how quick that company was on it. They were like, "He's dead! Quick, put all his DVDs in one section and knock the price down." And I just remember that being like the most corporate thing. Like I was on the phone, I was like messaging David because we were really sad, and I was like, "They've already asked us to put the sale stuff out."
No.
2 minutes, mate. It was 2 minutes.
2014, was Harold Ramis a dead?
Yes, he was a dead by 2014. I think because the vultures at Sony didn't only wait 2 years to pick the bones before making the all-female casted Ghostbusters. So no, I think he was dead for a little while before they had the balls to do anything on to Ghostbusters. So yes,
We're going to go back and listen to that show.
No, because I would like eventually to, have a woman, and if I'm out there hating on them constantly, no. But time proved us all right. I'm sorry. Anyway.
Okay, and finally, Rowdy Roddy Piper, was he a dead by 2014?
Yes, I think he died around about before then. So I think by the time 2014 came around, he probably was a dead. Yeah.
Oh no!
Oh, 2015. Didn't do too bad there.
No, not really.
50%. That's what they were offering on those Robin Williams DVDs.
I don't know. No More Mrs. Doubtfire, but I must admit, it was through that sale I was made aware of the movie. Is it Get Smoochie? Where he plays
Death to Smoochie.
Death to Smoochie. Fucking great. It's a rocket ship. What are you kidding? It's a car. It's a great movie.
Okay, so what were you doing 10 years ago, apart from working in not Tower Records or MVC?
Not much. Apparently, I started dating somebody, and according, I was like, the drought is over. I know who that is, and I'm still in contact with that particular lady. She's lovely, and our friendship holds true to this day. But apart from her, I wasn't doing anything in 2014. Really, I was doing a podcast with you. And
The wrestling situation then.
barely. Was I don't know. Was I doing backstage interviews for a particular company that I won't name anymore because the promoters are cunt?
You got a company you can't name where you were working, and a wrestling company you can't name.
The wrestling company's still about for some reason. And ironically, the company I used to work for is still about, even though they've gone into administration like 2 or 3 times. So, but yes, in 2014, I was probably playing video games and watching movies and doing podcasts and just generally being a non-wrestling civilian.
And I actually dug through my Instagram from like that many years ago. I've had it like
That's a
16
good idea.
years now.
Why don't I have a look at my Instagram from 2014? What was I doing?
You still have it?
What were you doing?
Oh, my thing's pretty much just doodles, more doodles, because apparently I was still doing art quite seriously back then. Actually doing conventions as well.
You had your smell of the week, didn't you? Like every week.
No, that was before that. It was at this point I'm doing comic books, doing tables at conventions, Demon Con a few times, which was
I remember us doing the conventions a couple of times.
which is always depressing.
It really was depressing. Why were we there? We weren't invited. Well, I mean, we were a little bit, but
I asked to go, and then we didn't sell anything.
Can I get an invite? Sure. So I've been invited to this place.
Lots of booze bitches, and I realised I actually started podcasting at the worst time in my life possible, because I actually started moving house at that point. Again, I didn't realise I actually started at that point, and I thought I'd sort of started before that. Apparently not. I was moving house 2 months after we started the show, which meant for those 2 months. Yeah, for those 2 months, I was actually officially squatting in the house, because our house we bought fell through. And instead of moving, we actually had to sort of put in squatters' rights. And then I moved into my in-laws' house. I was essentially not homeless. What's the term you use when you've got like a place to live, but displaced or something like that?
Oh, right. I know what you mean.
6 months essentially just living in a room at my in-laws' house. So I don't remember doing any shows there. So I'm guessing most of the shows were done at your place, like traveling across London.
Well, I'm just having a look up. You see, put that idea in my head of the Instagram. So in 2014, apparently, I was a guest of TNA Wrestling when me and Wee Man went to the British Boot Camp finals. Apparently, I was drinking root beer in London and eating brisket, motherfuckers, according to this, and loving my dog. That's it. That's all my 2014 posts that I could find. So yeah, not an interesting life by any.
It didn't take you long to get back to 2014 over Instagram. Do you not have a lot of posts?
No.
It took me like 20 minutes.
I literally just did it right now. I've got 4 from 2014, a couple from 2015 for a few shitty indie promotions I was going to do. But there is a thing here from 2017 that I've just said. Back when I was a kid, there wasn't any internet. People had to walk for a mile to call me a cunt. It's quite funny. I like it.
Yeah.
And there's also a picture of a guy interviewing O.J. Simpson and Bruce Jenner, and the caption went, "Ladies and gentlemen, I've looked into the future, and you will not believe this shit."
Oh man, I think there's one show I actually remember doing in the new house, because I moved, and there's one show I did it by candlelight in the bedroom, which had like a blow up mattress on a bit of carpet and a sleeping bag over it. I think it was our most downloaded show.
That's like proper steampunky tech, like that's like where Victorian technology meets modern technology. Computer by candlelight.
I think I was doing it over Wi-Fi on the phone, which I still have to do occasionally.
It's my only internet mobile because there's no fucking phone line here. Oh, so everything has to be done through mobile data, but it's got better than it was.
Oh man, it's a lot better.
It was really scratchy back in the day.
Do you think you're in a better place now than you were 10 years ago?
Absolutely, 100%. Like much better. It's just been personal growth. So I'm pleased with how it's gone.
Nice.
Except for the dog situation. I've still got a horrible one.
All dogs are horrible. Cats rule.
Yeah. I'm not disagreeing, and I'm a dog guy. Like, no, I'm in a much better place. Like, personally, financially, I'm always like, no one's ever going to be happy financially, but I'm happy professionally, creatively, and I got a roof over my head, which is always good. So no complaints from that side.
So we're back from that little impromptu break because Boo was setting his headphones up. We're not going to go straight through to the other.
I've lit it.
Nah, I'm going to edit this. Fuck it. So we're back from that little impromptu break because Boo was getting his headphones set up. We're not going to go straight to the other show. We're going to go to the listeners' answers to the questions I asked 10 years ago. You know, when we sort of first started out, we put the question to the audience.
Yeah.
Audience.
And occasionally a friend of ours would chuck a stupid question. I remember.
Well, not even that. Just it's like, what's your favourite so bad it's good movie? I think that was like the first question we asked, or one of the first questions, and absolutely no one answered because you know it's the first podcast, and
yeah.
So I sent that one out
Obviously
this week, expecting to get a couple. We got many, maybe able to fill a show full of them.
Like two.
Okay, 1, 2, 3.
We got loads, like more than one.
Yeah, about 10. Wow. Okay, so
we just got more friends than we did 10 years ago, but
well, there's like 4 different social medias I'm on now. Okay, so good it's bad movies. 100 things we learned from film. Mr. Mark Plant over there said, unless I missed the memo, this is disgusting, stupid, and a mess, and I love it. And that was Earth Girls Are Easy.
Earth Girls Are Easy. Is that one of the first Jim Carrey appearances?
I believe so. It's Jim Carrey, Jeff Goldblum,
yeah,
Gina Davis.
Because it's sort of a nice little lead on, because when we do go back to talk about the first episode, there was a whole section where I'm just very disparaging of Jim Carrey for a reason, but we'll go into that when we do the playback. Yeah. But I was like, really? Because I'm sort of I like Jim Carrey now.
Yeah, obviously there's a bunch of stuff he said in that one. I'm like, dear. But yeah, looking at the film, it's got quite a bit of cast that are quite big these days. Do you think it'd be more prominent in terms of those collector's editions, Blu-rays and stuff? But no, it's very rare to find, or very hard to find. I've never actually seen it.
I must admit, I haven't either. It's one of those movies like My Stepmother is an Alien, and was it Love at First Bite? There's like a couple of these random 80s sort of almost supernatural romance comedies. Like, I definitely remember some of the others, but I remember the cover of Earth Girl Is Easy, because isn't it them in sort of like a flying Cadillac? Like,
I think so, yeah. I just remember the trailer. There's been so many videos I rented. It's on every one of them.
Trailers, definitely.
Okay, Joseph Morris from Talk Press said, he actually gave a couple. Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle, Mars Attacks, Maximum Overdrive, Death Race 2000, Deathstalker 2.
Maximum Overdrive is one of my so bad it's good. I love Maximum Overdrive. It's and the cocaine-fueled Stephen King directed horror. So what more could you ask for?
Well, I did ask him.
This machine just called me an asshole.
I'd ask if he could narrow it down to one. He did say Maximum Overdrive. A drunk and coked up Stephen King attempting to direct a big screen version of one of his own short stories is pretty awesome. Also, a kid gets graphically run over by a steamroller.
He does.
Okay, Laura Saucier. That's a bad ma'am over at Fred's. The Pirate Movie, which is one I've never heard of before.
The Pirate Movie?
Yeah, 1980s takeoff of The Pirates of Penzance, which centres on a noble pirate who leaves his profession and falls in love with a fiery young maiden. I think it's based in the 80s as well. This looks interesting.
It's called The Pirate Movie.
Yeah, the pirate movie.
1982.
90. Yeah, I think so.
Jesus. Kirsty McNichol. Wow. An Australian musical romantic comedy starring nobody.
It's a sign of a good film, though. Nobody in it.
That sounds dreadful. I literally cannot wait to download it after we come off air. That really sounds bad. I'm looking forward to it.
Okay, Magical Mike, Bad Taste. Classic Peter Jackson there.
Oh, good choice from the Magic Man there. I don't really know if Peter Jackson can be bad though. Like even like Bad Taste is definitely like it's my favorite. That's the one with the Kung Fu Vicar, with the Kung Fu priest.
I kick ass for the Lord.
I kick ass for the Lord. It's a great movie actually. And he says it's bad. Mike, it's not a bad movie. I don't think.
Okay, Christopher David Bate, Miami
Good
Connection.
Man. Miami Connection. Who's in that?
We watched it on the Totally Insane Tape Show.
Oh, do you remember the episode of the Totally Insane Tape Show where we did a thing on the Miami Connection, which is a movie starring I'm trying to remember. Oh no, I can't read those.
I'm glad we got the visual side of this. He was looking it up on the phone going,
Why Kate Kim, see you, Joe.
You don't remember that one?
No.
It's a really bad kung fu movie. And it's written and directed by the main star of it. There's like a bunch of guys who are orphans, all live together, and they've also got a band. No? Not ringing bells?
No, reading the plot does, yeah. Yeah, no, it does. It does.
With Dragon Sound?
Yeah.
Should have worn that t-shirt, actually. Okay, next one. It might be this isn't a bad film. This is Rob Jones from Just Up the Trail, Records and Bands. Crocodile Dundee. Bad movie?
Not in any like fucking a cultural landmark, landmark. Cultural landmine. It tastes like shit, but you can eat it. No, just no. Like everything about that movie was just 80s-tastic, and I was awake for it. Like, you know, when you're a child, like there's certain ages you're not awake for, but you exist. I remember existing for Crocodile Dundee because they had that "Live It Up" song as well from the soundtrack that was really good, which I think I had on vinyl.
Yeah, it's one of those I rented so many times on video. Learn German through music podcast. They come up with Six String Samurai.
I remember Six String Samurai. That's not a bad movie. Again, you guys don't know what a bad movie is. Yeah.
Love this film.
Yeah, that's not a bad movie. I've only seen it the once, but but nothing bad is nothing offensive was popping into mind. Like,
I don't know if it's just ironic.
Is that just a movie that the person doesn't enjoy, but that sometimes does?
No, it bombed, so it's not a great movie in terms of being
if that's
financial success.
Metric, then most of the films I love are bad movies.
Yeah, it's also ironic. The Learn German through music podcast, and I've got this German version of the Six String Samurai. Die Atombombe ist gefallen, Las Vegas. Das nu is blah. Anyway.
Wir suchen dich.
Love it. Leo Allen, producer, host of the Voluntary Input podcast. The Stuff.
The Stuff. What the parody
marshmallowy
of the
stuff.
Blob. I love that movie. I love The Stuff. That's a great film. Well, no, it's not, but it's a great little horror. It's almost like I know it is a parody, and it's more like a thing on. It's another one of these consumerism movies like They Live. but it's a that's not a bad. I'm waiting to hear a bad film.
SB Film Viewers said Suburban Sasquatch.
Okay, you got me on that one. I thought you were going to hit me with Suburban Commando. I was almost certain.
Suburban Sasquatch. I've only ever seen the Red Letter Media
Oh my
review of
God,
it.
I've not seen it, but I want to.
You'll love it. There's like a sound effect they use for the Sasquatch attacking someone they reuse every time, and it gets stuck in your head. I don't want it as my text notification on my phone.
Oh shit!
Okay, and finally, someone called Abby Stabby Art.
I don't know. That rings a bell. I mean, swear
Yeah.
that she used to be a fan of the show. Maybe she used to write into the show.
All the time.
Not missed.
Stalker.
Oh, we miss you, Abby. We hope you're happy.
And she chose Danzig's Verotica.
Oh, she would.
Yeah. Her daddy, Danzig.
Are you sure that's not her mother? Hey, look, I can be topical.
So that was the listeners' answers to good, bad movies that are good. Or so bad it's good. Or good is bad. No real bad ones in there, I don't think. I think that's just perspective, isn't it, really? I always like a bad movie because they're more entertaining than a mediocre or dull movie.
I remember you taking me to The Room and I didn't know what to expect. That was a great bad movie. That's a good example of a genuinely bad movie that is genuinely good.
Yes.
So try again. We're going to ask you again, you rotters. Send us some bad films, not films that I've just stuck on a list to watch later.
Yeah, I think a new question. Okay, what other question? Films that you don't think anyone else has seen.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
What's a film that you've seen that's like private to you that you don't think anyone else has seen? Like, I know that there's certain films like from people's childhoods that someone's like, do you remember this film? No, I absolutely don't. That film definitely does not exist.
Yeah, and it's the internet. Everyone knows every film nowadays. There's got to be one that you've know of or seen that you're like, I don't think anyone knows about that. Because there was one of those things put around social media the other week. It was like, what film was #1 when you were 10 years old or something like that?
Yeah, 92. No, that's my bad maths. What was the big film in 92? Batman? No, Batman Returns, I think, was one of the big movies. Edward Scissorhands, Home Alone. I think they were all 91. That was 92. Whatever. I'm not mathing.
Yeah, #1 when I was 10 years old was Three Fugitives. There you go.
Three Fugitives?
Yeah.
I didn't even know there was a second one. I did not kill my wife. I don't care.
That's it. I put that in. I was like, okay, I don't remember that film whatsoever. And put it online. Everyone's like, yeah, I fucking love that movie. So yeah, give us a movie you've seen, you don't think anyone else has seen, no one else remembers. It may be in your head.
I'm still on Three Fugitives. I want to know who's in that.
Nick Nolte, Martin Short.
Oh God, you and the little girl.
Yeah.
Yes, I love that movie. Oh, that was a great movie.
See?
Sorry, I have not thought about that for years. Oh man, Martin Short, yes. Oh wow, wow. That you've just pulled like something out of the darkest part of my brain. What was the other one? Whatever Became of Peggy Sue? Well, that movie was on all the time as well.
Oh, Peggy Sue.
Peggy Sue? No, that's
Nick Cage, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, that's navel gazing. There's more of that on the next show. I've been ThatFKingGuy. You can find me at totalquartzone.com. He's been Boo Lemont. You can find him
on Instagram, Facebook. Follow me at Boo Lemont PW for all my grapple fun. You can follow me at Boo Lemont if you just want to see pictures of me and the dog and me with my top on. Or Pro Wrestling Royale if you want to follow my wrestling school. Thanks.
See you on the next podcast. See you in a bit. Yeah, be out in 5 minutes.